So with you YouTube. Hope you're having a beautiful day today. YouTube, let me kick with y'all. Cooling in the Kitchen with McFly. Episode, what is it, 18, 19? I forgot. You know me, I'm forgetful when it comes to these things. But it's been a beautiful day, YouTube. You know, I can really say that it's been a real good day. It's been a hell of a weekend. It's Sunday. You know what I mean? You know, it's Sunday. And one thing was on my mind is taking kindness for weakness. That's what I'm going to talk about today. Taking kindness for weakness. I'm going to talk about a lot of stuff. Well, it might not be that much, but you know, I just want to kick with y'all for a minute. But taking kindness for weakness, you know, you can't take nobody's kindness for weakness. And the reason I say that is because kindness, to be kind, sometimes it takes a lot of strength. It takes a hell of a lot of strength to be kind, especially if somebody's an asshole. Especially if somebody's, you know, just, it can be an ungrateful person. It can be anybody. It can be a supervisor, it can be a police officer, it can be anything. It don't matter who it is, you know what I mean? But when you take kindness for weakness, that's really, you really don't understand, you know what I mean, what can happen if they really turn into a mean person. You know, and some people don't want to take that route. A lot of people take kindness for weakness and think that they're getting over. No, you're really getting spared. And what I mean is some people, they can be really rough. Some people can have like real bad attitudes and stuff like that. And some people can literally kill you. You know what I mean? Some people are really out here trying to work on their emotions. Some people are probably trying to work on their attitude. You know what I mean? And then, just because you're kind, if you think that being kind is soft, it's not being soft. You know what I mean? Because, you know, when you be kind and stuff, you know what I mean? A lot of kind and humble people, you know, they know what they have been through, and they know if they cross that line, they know what can happen. People have common sense, and people know boundaries that they don't need to cross. And people know themselves. They know themselves, you know what I'm saying? It's like a lot of people out here, it's just like some people, they know they can kill you. They know they can do whatever they want to do to you. And they're going to say, you know what, I'm not going to worry about it. So it don't make you soft to be kind. It don't make you soft to be a good person. It don't. You know what I mean? Being a good, genuine person, that means, having a good heart is what's most important. It's what's most important. Because, you know, it's a lot of people that's assholes and they run their mouth, but they bark is bigger than they bite. But a lot of people that's real humble, those are the ones you really need to watch out for. It's okay to let things go. It's okay to let things slide. You know what I mean? It's okay for a person to get an attitude with you. That don't mean you got to get an attitude back. You understand? You don't have to get an attitude back. Maybe they're going through something that day. Maybe they're having problems with the family. Or maybe they're having, you know, issues at work. Or maybe they're having issues dealing with certain stress disorders or something like that. And you don't know what a person is going through. And you know what I mean? And some people, they'll look over there and think that, you know, they can just talk to you any kind of way or treat you any kind of way. That don't mean that you soft or you weak because you let them, you know, you give them a pass or you just say, oh, I'm not going to worry about it. You know what I mean? It's just like if you at a line or something. You're at the theaters, at the movies or something, you know what I mean? And somebody take your spot and they say you got to go to the end of the line or something like that, or somebody get in front of you or something like that. You can be like, oh, I ain't going to worry about it. You know what I mean? The movie ain't going to be it ain't going to be no later. You know? The movie you ain't gonna miss out. You know, some people go through different things in their life. YouTube, some people go through different things in their life. And it's okay to let people, you know, slide and let people be ignorant sometimes. They're not putting their hands on you or nothing like that. Some people go through so much stuff in their life that they'll lash out by accident, or they'll just lash out and they can't help it. You know what I mean? And some people, you know, probably on the verge of getting help. Some people probably need help. You understand? And you might be having a good day. Don't let one bad fruit spoil your day. You know, sometimes you got to brush things off and keep it going. And really, it's called being mature about the situation. You know what I mean? It's called being mature. Just because somebody else act crazy don't mean you got to, you know, somebody else acting a clown, you don't have to join the circus. You don't have to be out there, you know, acting a fool with everybody else. You're different. You're better than that. YouTube, you're better than that. It's time to grow up, ladies and gentlemen. It's a lot of people that don't grow up. Everybody catch attitudes. I do too. I'm not excluding myself. I'd have been in the same position everybody else has been in. You know what I mean? Some people probably think like, oh, this person done did me bad, or this person talking to me in the kind of way, and you know, then somebody catch an attitude with you, and you catch it back. You know, and accidents do happen. You know what I mean? Things do happen. You know, that's why the prayer, you know, when I pray, you know, you pray for like, you know, like, Lord, forgive me for my sins and the sins I've yet to commit. At the beginning of the day, the Lord already know that you're going to commit a sin that you don't even know nothing about. You know what I mean? That means, therefore, sometimes you can help it, sometimes you can't. But 9 times out of 10, you know better because you done thought about it. You like, let this person did do me like this? Oh, hell no, you know? But at the end of the day, it pays to be nice. You know what I mean? It pays to be a good person, and it pays to be nice, and it pays to help people. And just because you help a person don't mean you got to get anything in return. You don't need it to get anything in return. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just about, you know, sometimes, you know, God bless you to bless others. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, when you need help one day, somebody can come out the blue and help you, and they don't want to be like, how much I owe you? Like, oh, forget about it. It's all good. You know what I mean? It's just everybody in this world to help each other together. You know? And just because somebody helped you and say they don't need anything, you know what I mean? That's cool, you know? Thank God for the blessing and keep it moving. But that don't mean that you take advantage of people. Go ask them again and go keep doing this, keep doing that. You know, it's okay, you know what I mean, for a person to be kind to you, but that don't mean you gotta, you know, be a burden to that person. Or don't let nobody be a burden to you. You know what I mean? But it's okay, you know what I'm saying, to help people. If you can help people, if you got the ability to help people, you got the funds to help people, help them out, because you might need that same help one day. You know, you might need that same prayer one day. You might need that same blessing one day. You gon' need it. It ain't might, you gon' need it. You know what I mean? It don't pay to be selfish in this world. It don't pay to be selfish in this world. It don't pay to be greedy in this world. And it don't pay to be, you know, manipulating people just to get what you want out of another person. You know, you may think you got away with it, but God knows all, He sees all. You know, and they said karma, you know, karma ain't no joke. You know, life is not a game, you know what I mean? And when things come back and hit you, you know, or when things confront you, you don't like that. You don't like to sit at the table. Once they turn, you don't want to have a seat. You know, but we're all gonna have to have a seat for the things that we done one day. You know what I mean? It pays to be nice to people. It pays to be cordial, and it pays to show respect to people. Even when people treat you like, you know, try to treat you like shit. Well, I'm not saying be a doormat. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying be a doormat. I'm not saying to let people walk all over you or nothing like that. What I'm saying, you know, you have boundaries. You know what I mean? It's okay to let people know in a nice way. You know, hey, you know what I mean? This is not that kind of party. Chill out. You know, I don't condone those kind of people in my life. You know, you can just break it down in a nice, legitimate way. But what I'm saying is, it's okay, you know what I mean, for people to lash out sometimes because you don't know what they're going through, and you don't know what they've been through, or you don't know what they're facing at the moment. Some people might be facing something, and you have no idea, and in the process, they could be at the gas station or something, or they can be, you know, they can be at church, or they can be anywhere. They can be at a restaurant or something, just lash out or something like that. But you can't just look at a person and be like, man, they crazy as hell, or something like that, because sometimes you gotta think what that person going through. What's wrong with that person? You know, I hope they be alright. You know what I'm saying? I wonder what's making them tick like that. You know, some people look at people and judge people. You know what I mean, by the way they act, but you don't know what's making them act that way. You don't know what's making them feel that way. It's something behind everything that goes on with a person. Before you get an attitude, before you judge a person, you don't know what that person is going through. They're probably going through more struggles than you. Everybody got their own struggle. Everybody got their own things that they got to deal with, and everybody got their own things that they got to handle. You know what I mean? But it's just that deal with and handle is the same thing, ain't it? But what I'm saying is, you know, it's okay to show mercy. God show you mercy. God show you grace. God forgives you. You can't just go out here and just do people any kind of way and then turn around and ask God for forgiveness and think it's going to be okay. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. He's going to forgive you and stuff like that, but you got to learn to forgive others if you expect him to forgive you. You got to learn how to respect others. You got to learn how to treat people nice and according to respect. It don't matter how they feel. It don't matter how they feel about you. A person, they can hate you. Let them hate you. You know what I mean? Let them hate you. They ain't finna do nothing to you. People might talk bad about you, so what? People might say stuff bad, think negative things about you, so what? You know, that don't matter. You know what I mean? Because I mean, words do hurt, it depending on where they're coming from and how they slung to you. But it's all according on how you feel about the situation. You know, some people let things get to them. I do too. You know what I mean? I'm not perfect. Ain't nobody perfect. Only person that was perfect was Jesus. Lord Jesus, he was perfect. You know, ain't nobody else like him. And what I'm saying is, we gotta handle certain situations the best way we can, like he did. You know, and being kind and being nice and, you know, being mature, it can be real challenging. It can be real mentally and physically tough, you know. But that's life, ladies and gentlemen. That's life. And life is a test that you can't cheat on. And you only get one. You know what I mean? And ain't nobody got time for foolishness and negativity. The most relentless thing in your life is time. Time is still running out. Time is still ticking. That's one thing that don't stop. So you still got time to live your life. Treat people right, you're going to have a beautiful life. You know, everybody going to go through rough spots. Everybody going to go through hard times. And everybody going to have, you know, downfalls, losses. And everybody going to get inside their feelings and emotions. I don't care who you are. You know, a lot of people think that they're so tough that they can't feel no pain. That they're so hard that they can't feel no hurt or no remorse or nothing like that. You know, they think that they're just cold-blooded. Walking on the earth just cold-blooded. But it's something that'll break anybody down. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are, where you're from, how you built, how you made. You can be a bionic man or a bionic woman. Something that can break your ass down. You can be RoboCop. A screwdriver can break his ass down. But like I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, it pays to be nice. And it don't pay to take people's kindness for weakness. If a person is being nice to you, you know, they might not want nothing in return. They might say, oh, it's okay, it's cool, you know, don't worry about it, you know. God may be using them to give you a helping hand, to give you a lift, though. You know what I mean? God's going to bless them in the long run. But sometimes you can't make it your business and say, hey, that person looked out for me. I remember that guy. Or I remember that lady. They looked out for me. Let me go buy them a drink. Let me go get them something to eat. Let me go help them out. You know what I mean? Call and check on people, see how they doing and stuff like that. Like some people, you be like, oh, I ain't heard from them in a minute. Where they been at? Oh, they must don't fool with me no more. It ain't that. They're probably going through something. They're probably going through something that they too embarrassed to share. Or they're probably going through something too deep to share, and they don't want to talk to nobody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't being shady. Some people got their own problem, and everybody got their own life. You know what I mean? Some people want to spend time with their husband or their wives. You know? They don't want to be sitting on the couch kicking it with you watching TV. Watch your own damn TV. You feel me? You know? And a lot of people just, they get life mistaken, thinking that the world revolves around them and people want to do everything that they want them to do everything they want you to do everything that they want. You know what I mean? A lot of people are like that. And that's called selfishness. You can't do that. You can't do that. The world don't revolve around you and everything don't concern you. You know what I mean? It's just like people talking behind your back. That ain't got nothing to do with you. You keep grinding, you keep doing what you got to do. And when you shut people out your life and stuff like that, let me tell you one thing. That's not being mean. When you cut people off, that's not being mean, because you know what's best for your life. You know what's toxic in your life and you know what's not. You know what's good for you and you know what's not. You know what changed you for the better and you know what changed you for the worse. You know what I mean? And a lot of people, they want to keep certain people around just because of who they are or what they done for them. Don't nobody owe nobody nothing in this world. Don't nobody owe nobody no favors. Everything you owe to the good Lord. You know what I mean? You don't owe nobody nothing. But it's okay, you know what I mean, to be nice. It's okay, like you got your mother and your father or your sisters and your brother or your husband or your wife and stuff like that. That's unconditional love. It's not an owe. They don't owe you nothing, you don't owe them nothing. It's natural, unconditional love. Everything is natural. It's love. Love doesn't owe. Love, it doesn't owe. Only thing you owe is up to the Lord. And I'm going to tell you something. It's just like the good Lord, like God, you know. God don't need you. He wants you. And when they light again, I thought I fixed it. But, I don't know, I guess I got to do some more maintenance to it. Still, back to the show. But, alright now. But, you know, unconditional love is unconditional. Unconditional love, when you love a person through the good and through the bad, no matter how they feel, no matter what they do, you know what I mean? That is love. You know what I mean? Because some people can have they can have real tough issues, you know what I mean, under their skin that you don't know about, you know. And sometimes people need help. Sometimes when people lash out, they're crying for help. Sometimes when people have attitudes, they're crying for help. They might not know it, but that's what they're doing because something is wrong. It's something wrong. Something up under there is tearing them up. It can be their thoughts. It's all a part of this brain right here. You know what I mean? And it's sometimes the hardest thing in the world is to master and control your emotions, especially when shit hits home. When stuff gets deep, it'll get real challenging. I don't care who you are. You can be He-Man to the fifth power. You're still gonna break. You know what I mean? And when you break, there's just a lesson learned. Like a lot of people that you see tough, a lot of people that you see that's hard to break, don't fold, don't bend, they done been through something. They done been through a lot of pressure. They didn't get that way for no reason. They wasn't born that solid. They wasn't born like that. They done been through stuff that was so heavy that they learned how to adapt and how to adjust to the way things go in life. And they know how to handle situations better than you do. That's all it is. But that don't mean that they're better than you. Sometimes you can just look at you can talk to a person. That's all the part about talking to people. That's all the part about getting help. Because they can help you get through situations. And like when you get stronger, when you get wiser, you can help people get through certain stuff that they can't get through, and you can help them and show them how you did it. You know what I mean? Some people just, some people are just stronger than others. We are all created equal. We're all created equal, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so tired of drinking water. I think I'm gonna go give me a slush. I like slushes, man. You know them gas station slushes? Hey, they be bad on it, man. Man, put some in jail, some liquor, nothing. It's a good day today. Can't influence y'all to do nothing bad. But yeah, you can't take nobody's kindness for weakness. And ain't nothing wrong with people, some people have attitudes and you be like, I don't want to fool with them, they crazy, they acting stupid and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, that's going to be the first thing go in your mind. But you got to understand, you got to sit back and realize, hey, what's wrong with that person? What is they going through? Why is they acting like that? Where did that start from? Everything has a root. Everything got a root. Just like a flower, everything got a root. Where something comes from, something has grew to make them like that. And ain't nobody perfect. You got your own demons. Everybody got their own demons that they battle. Everybody got their own. Some people face them. Some people don't. Some people handle it better than others. And that's where help comes in. That's where, but you got to be careful who you talk to, because some people are not meant to be talked to. You know what I mean? But the best thing you can do is pray for people, and the best thing a person can do is pray for you. Because God, He heals all. He knows all. He sees all. He can heal anything that you need Him to heal. He can take care of anything that you need Him to take care of. God is the Most High. He knows all. He sees all. And a lot of people, that's why, a lot of people that don't believe in God, is a reason for that. Maybe they lost a loved one. Maybe they've been through something so tough. And maybe they didn't look at the situation the way they're supposed to look at it, because sometimes people don't look at the bigger picture. They look at the situation that's going on right now. Because I done did the same thing. Everybody done did it. You look at things differently. You look at things instead of just, the things that you think breaking you down, that might be the thing that's growing you. And a lot of people turn their back, on God because they're going through a hard time, or they feel like God didn't deliver. Maybe it's just a process. Everything is a process. Don't trust the situation. You got to trust the process. It's the process that makes you sweet. You know what I mean? It's the process. You know what I mean? It's just like the situation. A kid don't want to be in 3rd grade. He don't want to go to school. He don't want to go to class. But he ain't trusting the process to go from 3rd grade to 12th grade to go to college. And then when you drop out, now you're just going to be a dumbass adult. A dumbass adult. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, well, that's a little rude. Still, like I was saying, it's the process that makes you sweet. You got to trust the process. You know what I mean? You can't just look at the situation right now. Like, this situation is messed up and stuff like that. And I like this morning, boy, I ain't feel like getting out of bed this morning to go to work. I was pissed off. Why I didn't feel like getting out of bed? But once I got there, I knew I was needed. You know what I mean? I knew I was needed. Everybody's needed, Everybody's needed. But like I was saying, like a lot of people, they turn their back on God because, something bad happened. Don't turn your back on Him just because something bad happened. It's a lesson in that that's growing you. It's something inside you. He knows what's inside you that you don't. It's something that you gotta discover, and it's something that he gonna expose to you. It's something that he gonna show you what's inside of you. It's a whole process. Just like working out. You got muscles on the inside, you know, it's a six-pack under that keg game. But just don't look at the situation. Keep working out and trust the process. That's all you gotta do. You know what I mean? Trust the process. It's just like people going through things. They don't want to talk to nobody. You know what I mean? But sometimes you have to talk to people. You know, just to understand that, you know, if you don't want to talk to nobody, you can watch this video. Don't look at the situation. It's not about the situation. Just trust the process. Because bad things don't last forever. And you can't be ungrateful in life because blessings don't last forever neither. Don't nothing in this world last forever. Be thankful for who love you and love the people that love you. There's a lot of people that love you, but don't treat them bad because they, you know what I'm saying, they know what's best for you. You know, just take it in stride. You know what I'm saying. Everybody ain't right and everybody ain't wrong. You know. Yeah. Water getting kind of good now because I'm getting thirsty. Talking to y'all ass, man. Boy, it sure been a good day though. You know, I just wanted to come holler at y'all right quick. Let y'all know, you know, don't take nobody's kindness for weakness. Don't walk out on God just because you're going through a bad situation. Treat people with respect. Be nice to people. You know what I mean? You ain't got to cuss people out. You ain't got to catch an attitude just because somebody else catching an attitude. You ain't got to be messy just because somebody else being messy. That's them. And the best thing you can do is pray for a person. The best thing you can do is give your situation to God. He might not work it out the way you want him to work it out, but it's going to get worked out. But at the end of the day, don't look at the situation. Trust the process. All right? I'm gone.